Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for Put a Ring on It, Season 2, Episode 2, Flipping the Script. This is the women's turn now to go on dates after the men went and showed their whole asses. I don't think not near man is going to enjoy what is getting ready to happen, which means I am 1000% here for it. So let's jump into it. So this doofy nigga decides to go on a second date with this girl. And his girlfriend immediately goes into protect mode. He can do whatever he wants. However he feel, whatever he want to do, then that's what he needs to do. He can have all the space he need. And she was like, you're not giving him the space to do his process and blah, blah, blah. He can do his process, but I also have a process that I need to do. And I go into very much, I am always going to choose me. I'm always going to choose me. I am always my first choice. I'm a big believer in self-preservation. Like, I will give and do what I can in whatever capacity that I need to make things work. But also, I'm not going to do it to where I am depleted. I don't have anything left for myself. I lose myself in this relationship. I've done that before, and I've refused to go back and do that again. So I always choose me. So if I see the way you moving and I decide to move differently, it's because I saw what you were doing. So let me, and we'll still be cool and everything. I don't mess with you like that. I saw how you was moving, and then I just moved on out your way. I don't know. A lot of hurt can be avoided if you just have some sense of self-preservation about yourself. If you see this nigga acting, doing weird shit that you know that you're not cool with, why would you continue to do the same things expecting a different result from that person? That's practicing insanity. So you do things to disconnect if you have to. There's some men that I have been in relation with, my feelings were never engaged in that situation. Never. Because I saw you for your works and who you were. And I was willing to take what little you had, but I was never giving any of. Why would I throw myself on the sword? Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Child, I am mad at Eric. Eric said, I got some advice for you. The little girl said, you got any advice for me for the day? He's like, yeah, say no. She's like, say no? She's like, yeah. If he offer you a drink, say no. If he want to hold your hand, say no. Say no. That's... I can't. Randon. No, that's not it. That's not the right thing. Look. Let me take off my glasses so y'all can see me for real. No. Brandon is not the right answer. He's not. That's not it. That's not the right answer on the bubble sheet. No. He talk about he on my date somebody who been in a relationship because he's always been Mr. Steal Your Girl. So you ain't never found nobody who was single when you were single so y'all could be in a relationship. You always took somebody who... So, Randon, first Eric, he's like, who's at the door? He's like, Randon, who? Randon, who? Okay, and then he's like, he opens the door, I'm here to take Jessica out. He's like, wrong house, and slams the door in the boy's face. Then she's like, would you just open the door and let the man in? So he opens the door, he lets the man in, and, you know, she says hi, they shake hands, she give a hug. Eric says, that she's too flirtatious. His line in the sand is cheating and infidelity. That seems very odd considering how gung-ho you were last week to go on your date. And your eyeballs was practically in that girl's butthole the whole date. But she says, hi, nice to meet you, and shakes the man's hand and give him a little hug. And now, all of a sudden, if she cheats, our relationship is over. And this going out on a date don't sit right with me. It was fine. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, sir. You were able to go out on a date with no issues, so let her. You want to enjoy your process and in this whole shenanigans. So I don't understand what the issue is. What is the problem? I feel like Eric is projecting a lot with this infidelity, flirtatious stuff, because those are the things that he does, and so he's projecting it onto her because that's what he's doing. But we'll see. So they go to Darian and Alexa. I think it's Lex. I'm gonna call her Lex because I think that's her name. For her date with Chris, who is a trainer whose arms are humongous. Sir, we likes it. I want to see what his face looks behind his mask, but that body is okay. So the doctor comes over to Sean and baby girl's house. I can't remember her name right now. It'll come back to me, I'm sure, when she goes on her date. And they're having a conversation about how they speak about financial matters with each other. He feels like if he's not providing, that he's a bum. And then he goes to talk about his dad, who would come home and drop the money on the table and then still be gone. And the trauma that he went through as a child and how his heart is broken. And so that colors how he deals with the financial matters and how he feels like he's a bum and he's not capable of being married because right now, because he's an entertainer, his income is so unstable that he can't support a family. And I think baby girl is trying to be like, it doesn't matter. I got you. We work as a team. We got a team. They have that to work on. He said his heart is broken by the trauma and stuff that he went through. And he's like, I'm trying to get over it. And she was like, no, you're not trying to get over it. She said, most people try and get over her because they don't want to go through it. And you need to go through it and deal with it and see what it really is and heal it so that it doesn't keep repeating. It pop back up in weird times in your life. So we will see. But that was profound for me. Jeez Louise. Okay, I saw Chris's face. He has a face. He could have kept the mask on. I'm so picky. His body is really nice. I'm so picky. Again, these men are big babies. Like last week, it wasn't an issue. The men's all last week. Oh, hot diggity dog. New coochie. Let me go take this girl out on a date. Ba. Now this week, all of them sick. All of them. Especially Sean. Sean said, I don't want her to recognize what fun looks like. And I'm not... He crying in the corner. Girl! He said, do you have a safety pin to pin up your dress? I'm done. These men are stupid. Okay. And he was like, this is a bad idea. Thank you. Now you recognize that it's a bad idea. I have been saying, introducing new people into your relationship that's already in trouble. How is that a good idea? Who thought that was a good... Okay, can we have a moment of honesty? Okay, so can we have a moment of honesty and transparency? I don't find those in the middle of the show attractive. They're not for me, so that's fine. But I didn't find the guy that took Sean's girl on a date until he started singing. He's giving me very Bob Marley. That's what he sounds like. That's what he gives. That's what it's giving. The dude that took Alexa on a date, Chris, he has a nice body, but I need him to do beard care. I need him to comb his beard out. It's looking unkempt. And I don't want to sit on that. I know, girl. And Brandon is just absolutely the incorrect answer. Is this boy crying? Is he on the phone with his best friend crying? Is he crying right now? Why are you on the show, sir? Why? Why? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's absolutely no crying, love. That's not how. No crying. This child has physically made himself ill. You shouldn't be. No, they shouldn't be on this show. Just go on and get married. This is. You should just not be on this show. If the thought of her going out on a date and enjoying herself with someone else has you to the point where you're physically ill, y'all should not be doing. Stop immediately. You should not be doing. This baby is crying again. Jesus. Okay, so they're at the end of they rehashing what happens on their dates and stuff and how they had a good time or whatever. And after Alexis' date, Darian and Alexis had a long conversation where they just had them old selves back. There was no finger pointing. There's no finger pointing. There was no he said, she said, so they got along. Sean goes into, they talk about how he got physically ill, and he's like, I love her. I just don't want to be my dad. I want to be able to provide for my queen. And then he started crying. The baby is crying again. And everybody in the session is like, this is uncomfortable. So, yeah. But I think there's enough time to find out. I think it's like 5-10 minutes left. So the question goes around, do you want a second date? None of the women say yes to a second date with any of the men. Now, we get to Sean and LaRonda. And LaRonda said, they asked her, she said, based on how it went down with Sean, I'm not going to take a second date with this man. I had a good time, we connected, whatever. But his reaction is the reason why I'm not taking a second date. And she was like, you think that's okay? And he's like, she asked him, was he okay with that? Deep down, yes, he was okay with that. He said, oh, well, it doesn't feel like it's fair. However, his extreme reaction to this first date would have been doubly bad on a second date. And so I think she was absolutely correct to say no to a second date, because I think it would have escalated from there. Like, I didn't see anything good happening or becoming from that. Nicole drops a bomb and says, next week, everybody is going out on dates, and they're all going to the same location to be on the dates. So this is a test in your trust and self-assuredness in yourself and your relationship. This is going to be a mess. I can't wait. We're about to jump into the next episode. This has been my review of recap for Put a Ring on It, Season 2, Episode 2. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a kid, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.